Have you ever thought about having a personal trainer motivate you through your daily workouts, urging you not to quit after your first round on a punching bag? Well, I certainly have, but I could never afford to have one. Well, now we can have one for free. Her name is Amy. She's a custom GPT, a ChatGPT bot that I've set up on ChatGPT, and anyone can use it. I'll put a link in the description so you can go straight to it. Essentially, Amy will motivate you to go through a number of rounds on a punching bag, any punching bag, and you specify how many rounds you want to do. But that's not all. She will also cover a topic of your choice while you're training. And here's a quick demo. I'm just going to set her up over there and show you. Amy, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Ready to get into some boxing today? How many rounds are we doing? And what topic do you want to chat about?
I'd like to go for 2 rounds, and I want you to cover the upcoming fight between Bivol and Beterbiev.
Awesome. 2 solid rounds coming up. The fight between Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev is definitely an exciting one to cover. I'll dig into their recent records, strengths, and what to expect from this matchup. But first things first, do you have your gloves on and ready to go? Let me know when you're set, and we'll start with a warm-up.
I got my gloves ready, and let's go with the warm-up.
Great, let's get it. Start with some light shadow boxing. Jab, cross, hook. Keep your feet moving and loosen up those shoulders. Now, while you're warming up, here's a quick rundown of the Bivol versus Beterbiev matchup. Dmitry Bivol is an undefeated WBA light heavyweight champion with a precise and technical boxing style. His standout performance was a dominant win over Canelo Alvarez in 2022, which boosted his reputation even more. Bivol's strengths lie in his defensive skills, footwork, and ability to control distance. Artur Beterbiev, on the other hand, holds the WBC, IBF, and WBO light heavyweight titles and has an impressive 100% knockout rate. He's a relentless power puncher with an aggressive style, but he's also highly skilled at cutting off the ring and forcing his opponents into exchanges where he can land those devastating shots. His last major fight was a brutal knockout of Anthony Yarde in early 2023. This clash of styles, Bivol's precision and defense versus Beterbiev's raw power and pressure, makes it one of the most anticipated light heavyweight showdowns in recent memory. Both fighters are undefeated, which adds an extra layer of intrigue to see who will come out on top. How's that warm-up feeling? Need more time or ready to hit the bag for round 1?
I'm ready to hit the bag. Let's go.
Let's get round 1 going. Start with steady combos, jab, cross, hook, and mix in some uppercuts. Keep those punches sharp. Now for the first part of our Bivol versus Beterbiev deep dive. Bivol's biggest weapon going into this fight is his technical brilliance. His ability to control range and pace has allowed him to outbox nearly everyone he's faced, including Canelo, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Bivol's footwork is exceptional. He's constantly moving, making it difficult for power punchers like Beterbiev to pin him down. On top of that, he's got a great jab, which he uses to maintain distance and frustrate opponents. What sets Bivol apart is how disciplined and patient he is in the ring. He doesn't chase knockouts. He breaks down his opponents with precision and wins most of his fights by decision. That might be the strategy he employs against Beterbiev, whose aggressive style could leave him open to counters. Bivol is likely to stick and move, staying out of range of Beterbiev's power punches and try to take the fight into the later rounds where he can wear Beterbiev down with accuracy and volume. Keep that intensity up. Jab, cross, hook, stay on your toes. Bivol also has a strong defensive game, making him tough to hit cleanly. His defense is not just about head movement, but about positioning. He's always where he needs to be to avoid punches while staying in range to land his own shots. Against a knockout artist like Beterbiev, that's going to be crucial. All right, final push coming up. Let's hit it hard. 10, go hard. 9, you're crushing it. 8, keep punching. 7, give it all. 6, power through. 5, don't stop. 4, almost there. 3, finish strong. 2, you're a beast. 1, time. Great job. Take a breather, and I'll hit you with some fun facts. Ready? First, did you know Beterbiev is the only current champion with a 100% knockout rate? No opponent has ever gone the distance with him in his 18 fights. Second, Bivol, before becoming a pro, had a stellar amateur career, winning 2 world championships at the youth level. It's part of why his technique is so polished.
Let's keep going.
Here we go, round 2. Hit the bag with combos, jab, cross, hook, and add in some body shots this time. Keep that rhythm going. Now, let's break down Beterbiev. He's an absolute monster in the ring when it comes to power. Beterbiev's style is relentless. He presses forward with crushing blows, often overwhelming his opponents with his intensity. What makes him dangerous is he systematically breaks fighters down. He attacks the body, the head, and keeps his opponents under constant pressure. His last fight against Anthony Yarde showcased that perfectly. Yarde had some success early, but Beterbiev just kept coming, eventually landing the fight-ending shots in the later rounds. Despite being known for his knockout ability, Beterbiev is more than just a brawler. He's got excellent ring IQ and a background in the amateur system, just like Bivol, meaning he knows how to box as well. He doesn't waste punches. When he throws, he makes them count, and his accuracy is often underestimated. His physical strength is another factor that wears opponents down. Even when they block his punches, they feel the force. And over time, that takes a toll. All right, keep throwing those punches, work the body, mix it up. In terms of weaknesses, Beterbiev's aggressive style can leave him open to counters, and his footwork, while solid, isn't on Bivol's level. That could be where Bivol finds openings. However, Beterbiev's chin has held up against some big shots, and he's shown that even when he gets hit clean, he can walk through the damage. Bivol will need to be perfect for 12 rounds to avoid Beterbiev's power. You're almost there. Get ready for the final push. 10, go hard. 9, all out. 8, keep swinging. 7, push through. 6, finish strong. 5, power shots. 4, you're killing it. 3, almost there. 2, let's go. 1 time. Fantastic. Rest up and catch your breath. Here are 2 more fun facts while you recover. First, both Bivol and Beterbiev are Russian-born fighters, but Bivol represents Kyrgyzstan in international competitions due to his family heritage. Second, Beterbiev competed in 2 Olympic Games, Beijing in 2008 and London in 2012, before turning pro. Feeling good? Or do you need a bit more rest before we hit the cool down?
Let's cool down and do some stretching.
Nice work. Let's cool it down with some stretching. Start by gently rotating your neck. Slow, controlled circles to ease off the tension from all that punching. Now, to wrap up the Bivol versus Beterbiev fight talk, this matchup is a classic battle between a precision boxer and a knockout puncher. Bivol's plan will likely revolve around sticking to his strengths, using footwork, staying outside, and outboxing Beterbiev for 12 rounds. On the flip side, Beterbiev will be hunting for the knockout, aiming to pressure Bivol into exchanges where he can land his devastating shots. The big question is whether Bivol's defense can hold up against the kind of relentless assault Beterbiev brings. Bivol's chin hasn't been tested against someone with Beterbiev's power, while Beterbiev hasn't faced someone as technically sharp and elusive as Bivol. Whoever imposes their game plan better will walk away with all the belts in the light heavyweight division. It's going to be a tactical chess match with fireworks. Switch to shoulder stretches now. Reach one arm across your body and hold it with the opposite hand. Let's talk about Bivol's calm demeanor. One of the reasons he's so tough to beat is his focus and composure under pressure. He never seems rattled, even when things get tough. Against a high-pressure fighter like Beterbiev, That calm could be a big asset. If Bivol can stay patient and stick to his game plan, avoiding those big shots, he could take this fight into deep waters and outpoint Beterbiev. Switch shoulders now, hold the other arm across. In contrast, Beterbiev thrives on creating chaos. If Beterbiev can land early and make Bivol respect his power, it'll shift the momentum in his favor. All right, let's move to quad stretches. Hold onto the bag if you need balance, and grab one ankle to pull your foot toward your glutes. Here's the thing. Beterbiev, even though he's known for his power, doesn't gas out easily. His stamina, paired with his pressure style, means he can keep coming round after round. Bivol, while highly technical, will need to stay sharp and not get worn down as the fight progresses. Whoever manages their energy and game plan better will have the edge. Switch legs now and hold that stretch. This fight is truly a 50-50 matchup. Bivol's accuracy and defense versus Beterbiev's raw strength and pressure. No matter how it plays out, fans are in for a treat with two elite, undefeated fighters vying for dominance. And that's the cool down. Awesome job today. Your technique looks sharp and you crushed those rounds.
All right, guys, well, there you go. That's Amy for you. It's pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with the way she stops, gets me to do different switch arms and continues to feed the knowledge and the information. How about you guys? Who do you reckon is going to win the fight? I've got my money on Bivol. I'm a big fan of his technique and his style. He's got a really good technique. Style with lots of technique. So anyway, let me know what you think of this AI chatbot as a coach, as a personal trainer. Of course, it's not going to replace a coach or a gym where you can learn specifically technique and things like that. Obviously, she can't see what I'm doing, so she doesn't even know I'm working on a Cobra bag, so there's no body shots really. But, you know, if you're using a heavy bag, that will be okay. You can maybe specify that you're working on a Cobra bag, and she maybe then change the way she talks. But other than that, it's pretty good. And the knowledge, it's incredible. So once again, the link is in the description. Go check her out, try it out. Let me know what you think. Provide any feedback so I can fine-tune her and just get her to work even better. But you know, whatever you do, let me know in the comments. And also let me know who you reckon is going to win the fight. And I'll see you guys in the next video.